Hello, loves. Welcome to the weekly update, where I don't really know what I'm doing except Source says to make these. So thanks for being here. Oh, it's Tuesday morning again. We're just making peace with Tuesday morning. The goal is sometime for it to be on a Sunday morning. That did not happen last week because I set a deadline for having my book out and then announced it to my Instagram followers because I was like, yes, I will have it. And then my son needed crazy chemistry help because stuff happened. So the past week has been full of a lot of appreciation. I am feeling undeterred by anything, which is knowing who I am and what I'm here for has been more transformational than anything I've ever experienced in the past. I mean, even more than like fringe metaphysical phenomena, which I sometimes help people with. I mean, I've had by location, Source says save some of them. Okay, anyways, the past week has been, I had committee meetings for the board that I sit on. There was a board meeting, and being able to make an impact in my local community by helping guide services that will be available to kids and families, so incredibly humbling. And then to sit in the room with other people who have so much institutional knowledge. And we all have like different sides, different pieces of the elephant, and it's just been really great to be able to work on a team collaboratively, because a lot of my work has been solo the past several years. Even at my day job in social services, it's mostly solo. So there have been committee meetings, and I'm happy to say that nothing's finalized, so I can't say anything yet. Anyways, it's been a great experience for me. I have been growing by leaps and bounds. I had treatment team for my stepson, and also his hearing for guardianship was finalized this week. So my husband is now formally his guardian. We are going to celebrate next weekend because that was a long road. We did not have money for an attorney, to get an attorney to do it. So we went pro se. So it was a lot of research and working with the county clerk, who was amazing. Some mistakes along the way, but just ironing them out. And now I'm able to help, some other people who may not be able to, not legal advice, but I can just tell them where to go and who to help them. So I am not practicing law in any form. That's without, the proper training and certifications. Pretty sure that's illegal, plus not really my area or interest. But the fact that we did it successfully, I'm really proud of, because I was really uncertain about it in the beginning. So we definitely will be celebrating next weekend, because this has been a long time coming. I mean, 12 years of family court before that, trying to get custody. It's a really big win for our family, and being able to have him safe and not being hurt. So as a mom, as a parent, that's what you want for your kids. They have to walk their own path, but you don't want them to be hurt. So, all right, there's more to say there, but we're skipping it for now because this is a weekly update and not anything else. We took the bunnies. I have 2 house bunnies. Maybe they'll appear in a video at some point. We took them for a nail trim. They, didn't talk to us for a day, but that's bunnies. Bunnies, when we got our bonded brothers from the bunny rescue, Lori, the woman who runs the rescue, told us bunnies are like toddlers, which is true. They chew everything. You have to bunny-proof stuff. They know exactly what they're doing once you tell them that they can't. And there's no disciplining rabbits. They're prey animals. It's not like having a dog. It's not like having a cat. They are very skittery, very jumpy. They will scare each other. But taking them for a nail trim and having them see Lori. She hasn't seen them probably for about 4 months. She's like, they're doing so well, and I'm so glad. And, you know, I don't know. I do have this little dream that maybe at some point I will foster, but right now my hands are a little full. So instead we make a donation to support all of her work because she does great work in rescuing bunnies in our area. I went to the Social Security office with my younger son to go pick up his Social Security card because we needed a replacement for some other things that we're doing. And I originally called the Social Security office. There's one number, it's the main number, and they tell you if you did the application, all you have to do is go in, show your ID, and you can walk out with it. I needed to bring him with his picture ID from school. So I did, we showed up, and there was a 3.5 hour wait. But we got to talk to one of the security guards outside who told us, listen, what you need to do is set up an account, make an appointment with the account, because the person who I talked to first on the phone didn't tell me all of this. This person was so much more helpful. And I'm actually really glad that it happened because a lot of the time when things just go perfectly, my son doesn't learn how life works. He thinks that if you ask a question or if you don't understand something or you push back and say, hey, listen, your system doesn't work. Like when the state of New Jersey rolled out getting working papers online last summer. Oh boy, that did not work absolutely at all. So when you push back, he's like, listen, Mom, are you being a Karen? And I was like, well, you tell me. Did I call anybody names? Did I insult them? Was I rude? Did I push to the front of the... I said, no. I said, this is how people work things out no matter who you are. So I said, you need to learn these skills and you need to learn how to advocate for yourself. Every person on the planet needs to advocate for themselves. So the fact that he learned that you can go and talk to a person and that there are helpful people in government because he thinks that every single person in the government is, I don't know, evidently not helpful. I said, listen, people get on, they put on their pants, they go to work. Most people are trying to do a good job at their job. So go find the people doing a good job at their job and they will help you. So I was really glad that that happened because he got a chance to see again. I show him repeatedly because he's like, how come nothing ever goes smoothly? I'm like, well, sometimes things do, but they don't stick out in your memory. Remember, our brains are wired for survival. They're going to remember the negative. So I have to bring your attention back to the whole of all of it. So, unsuccessful trip at Social Security for getting a card, successful trip to Social Security for teaching your teenager how to solve problems. Your successful teenager on the spectrum, yeah. He also, my younger one, started Peers, which is a social skills program. I'm actually a Peers facilitator, and he was in my cohort last year, but he had some challenges and wasn't able to finish it. Plus, do we ever learn a whole bunch from our parents when we're teens? I don't think we listen to our parents when we're teenagers. I don't know about you, but my mom was an idiot when I was a kid. She was like, she knew nothing. So I would just, go into my bedroom, slam the door, listen to 9 Inch Nails and do things that, I don't do anymore now. But man, some of them, adults started to get a little smarter once I got into my 20s. I was like, oh, maybe they did know something. So he started Peers Friday night, and my husband is his social coach, and he did a great job. He did his homework phone calls this weekend, which went well. One of them was a little bit late. My husband had a fire call because he's a volunteer fireman. And so one of the phone calls was a little bit late, but we managed to contact them and get that back in. And then the rest of my week has been working on the book that I'm putting out for the alternative to shadow work. And my husband's been working on some illustrations for it, which I'm super excited. Oh my God, I love the illustrations. They make me so happy. Oh God, I could make a whole video about it. How much I love these illustrations and how I keep going into the room where he's working every time he makes a new one, and they just like light me up. I could just read the book for the illustrations for like the rest of my life. I'm probably the only person on the planet that that would happen to. Like, so don't think like you're going to read this book for illustrations, because it's about shadow work and some of, the unfortunate news of why it doesn't work during a spiritual awakening, and the program I've developed, which has an alternative. But they just make me super happy. They're all unicorns and they're just adorable and I love them. Anyways, I just love them. So we've been working on that. And then my younger son's aide in school went on early maternity leave. So he had midterms, and then he's got no assistance in some of his classes. They're still looking for an aide. And he's doing an online chemistry course, because he's on the spectrum and he has ADHD and has anxiety. And it would not be a safe environment for him to be in a regular gen ed chemistry course, not with all the glassware. Like, I'm still teaching him how to open and close the oven when it's on, because he has a lot of fear around that and like getting hurt. So he's doing an online chemistry course, which I would still pick in hindsight over being around the glassware and the chemicals, because he would get injured or someone else would get injured. Even worse, he'd not be paying attention. Like, there could be an explosion. Like, seriously, it could be bad on the news, bad, because he would not be paying attention. So he's doing the online chemistry course, but it's not that easy to pay attention to online courses when you're a teenager, or you have ADHD, or you have other learning disabilities that go along with being on the spectrum, and they're trying to do word problems, which is not a strength of his at all. So since I used to be a science teacher, I've been helping him, but that comes down to, it's been taking a lot of time, because there are multiple challenges in multiple areas. So I'm really grateful, though, that I actually know how to do it. The good news is I know science, and his dad knows social studies, because I am not a social studies person. So I would be a social sciences person, but not a history person. That's not my thing. So I'm grateful that there are people who do know that and they can help. So it's been a lot of chemistry, a lot of conversion factors, Avogadro's number. We're studying molarity. We're doing solutions. So listen, I am good at canceling out grams, moles, all sorts of stuff, computing atomic mass, molar mass. I feel like I should have a test. So the last thing I started this week, because I'd been doing it kind of mentally in my head, but not on paper, is my weekly check-in. There's my little unicorn. My lovely unicorn stickers. My weekly check-in. And my weekly check-in is one of the tools of the Enclave program, which is my program, which is the alternative to doing shadow work, going through a spiritual awakening. The weekly check-in is orienting and checking in with your heart space, which I do that all the time. I do that as how I connect with source. I do it deliberately every single morning. Sometimes I meditate, sometimes I write, sometimes I do other things. My morning routine is dependent on how I'm feeling and how I'm guided. Then I untangle the coming week's energy so that I don't end up having 2x4s or having like too many rocky bumps during the week. This week, I felt like I also wanted to infuse it with more appreciation, because why not? There's been so much appreciation. Like right now, I am not looking at jumping forward into what I'm laying the groundwork for and what's coming. I'm super excited about it, but I can wait for it, because right now is so good. The anticipation, enjoying time with my family, not trying to leave the present moment is the biggest gift in the world. I wish I could give that to everybody. Staying, just being able to stay. At first it was being able to stay. It's not being able to stay anymore. Now it's, I'm here, all of me. I'm excited about it. And I think the biggest part of that is the fact that now I feel unstoppable. Like, it doesn't mean that things that are undesirable will not happen, but they're not going to keep me back. They're just not. I I want to give that feeling to every person in the world, which is why I'm making this program, which is why I'm sharing this program. Back to finishing the check-in. Wow, for somebody who had nothing to say, I had 15 minutes of nothing to say. After I untangle the coming week's energy, then I go over my goals for the week. My 3 goals, one of them related to the program, which this week is focused on service. My service is finishing the book and getting a distribution method out. So my website is almost done. I have a couple tweaks to put on it. I cleared my calendar for 2 days so I could finish this up. And then so that's my, finishing the book is that goal. Where's my other one? I gotta look at the book now. Hold, please. Where's my goal? My daily life goal is balanced eating under 2,000 calories. Because the least resistant way for me to change my body right now is the way most people do, which is diet and exercise. There's a lot of issues with, I don't want to say issues. I've had a lot of challenges and revelations around form, maintaining form, size of form, and that's for another day. So I am down another 3 pounds. Excited about that. Yay. And keeping my calories under 2,000. I am still going to the gym and I am still increasing my steps and all the rest of that, but I'm just sticking to one goal, and that's the one goal for that. And then my 3rd goal is rest and rejuvenation after I launch the ebook or the electronic version. So this weekend it is resting. My version of resting is usually laying around for 4 hours until I get bored. And then after 4 hours, I can't even do don't send me on a week vacation where you just lounge on a beach, because after the first day, I'm okay, we need an adventure tour. We need to go see some local artisans. I want to try the local food. Mine is more active rest, whereas it's not focused on my calling or my mission or my work. Although it ends up that I end up getting downloads during that anyways. So rest and rejuvenation this weekend. I already promised it to my husband because everything in our house has been about this for the past 2 weeks. And I'm sure he would like some more attention. Although I do give him attention every day, but he also knows that it's important to me. And he's been busy making unicorns. And then I celebrated with my stickers. And here we are on Tuesday. So I'm also learning a whole bunch about making videos. So maybe 3 years from now, you'll see I don't know, the videos will look very different than they do right now. Right now, it's just quick and dirty. I need to get it out. And Source is this is what you have to do. So that will make it into a goal at some point. But I'm a couple steps away from that right now. So I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And let me know what you did this week. How was your week? What went on? Do you do weekly reviews? Do you iron out your energy? What do you do? How's it work for you? Do you have suggestions? Always willing to share. All right. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.